Good morning, YouTube, friends and family. Fast Eddie here. It's going to be a different video. Just talk about what I've been doing, what's my plans. This is what I do every morning. Watch YouTube, have breakfast, have a cup of coffee. Right now, SEMA. What I like about SEMA, it's a place to go and look at projects, things that have been completed, newly invented automotive hot rod inventions. Get to meet and look at projects and meet like-minded people. It's the mecca for meeting people of like-minded hobbies that I enjoy. So a bucket list of mine is to go to SEMA. It's kind of why I'm building a ramp truck. It's just, I really want to go to SEMA someday. So, but yeah, I watch a lot of YouTube, catch up on, the world BS. Not too much. And look at what's in the newest things that people are doing, mostly the cars. That's really what I'm interested in. So why haven't I put a video out in a while? Well, I'll give you a little insight on that. Nothing really major. But in May of this year, 2022, I injured my knee working out and what I do. My knee just popped, and the joint started. I felt movement in the joint after the pop. Well, I've had numbers of injuries before, and can recognize when something is wrong and goes out of place. So I knew that it was going to be not good, and it was going to put me out for a while. It did. Through lots of doctor's visits, arguing with my primary doctor that physical therapy wasn't going to take care of it. And I'm very grateful that I have good insurance that my wife has supplied us with since I'm retired. But I'm allowed to go to a specialist without a referral from a doctor. So that's the good thing about having decent insurance. So went and saw the specialist I prefer. And they finally got an MRI. Got it okay from my insurance company for MRI was approved, and I had a torn meniscus. So finally, after everything's a longer wait time now for procedures to get done. And I said it happened in beginning part of May, like the first week in May, and I got my surgery finally in August, first week in August. Surgery was a success. Everything went really well, and recovery was slow. I felt, but I'm fully recovered now. It's November. I'm fully recovered. Getting back to what I enjoy doing and being physically active and being mobile again. So I'm, in May, I had to be off my leg for, a period of time to where it wasn't popping so much. So I was around on crutches a lot. So I wasn't as active as I was, and wasn't getting things done. Of course, you can't work on cars as much, especially you have to kneel down and get up, and it was difficult doing that. But I was able to get some things done. not much on the cars, just regular kind of maintenance. Wasn't able to drive the Roadster much, being it's a manual transmission, but I was able to go to some car shows. You might see some posted in. Seems like I might have posted one of the car shows we went to in my old truck. Was able to get work done on the shop as far as getting the ditch done for the electricity to the shop. So I was able to run an excavator. So that part got done. Electricity is now out at my shop. I did a video on that, so some major accomplishment for there, and now I'm working on getting the rest of the concrete done. But I wanted to give you a little video on something I was doing during my recovery time and keeping myself occupied without being physical. So I'm not into games, but this is a Amazon tablet that I use. I find it's easier to use than using my phone, and this is what I play a game on that someone had told me about. Of course, it's about cars. I won't talk about anything but cars, but okay, so this game is called Real Racing 3. Now, this game is I think it's one of the #1 app games out there, Android app games. I think it's one of the #1s they were trying to say. It's a really I want to say it's an addicting game. I had to stop playing it. It takes up too much time of mine that I need to be getting things done that are important, and I don't know. It's just not something I want to be doing all the time, and it does take up a lot of time. So with that, I'll get into showing you how the game works without too much depth of telling you about it. You just have to check it out if you want to check it out. I'm sure you can go to YouTube and look at all the people talking about it also, but I'll give you my 2 cents on it. So daily you collect points. Actually, they're not points, it's money. They call it money. It goes into your game, which your game is like a thing where you earn money. So you see up here in the top here, this is area where you have earnings from winning races. You got M money, you got R money, and you got this gold money here that's on the right there. Okay, so about the game, the game has many different racetracks that you can race at. I don't know the number. I believe all the racetracks exist in real life. So I don't know how accurate the game follows the course of the track, because I don't know that much about racing, but it seems pretty accurate. So they have names of all the tracks, and I believe the names are the same as what they are in real life. So the game keeps going off here. So let's go into cars. So when you start the game, you don't own any cars. All the cars are loaned to you. So out of the cars that you can purchase, now when I say purchase, I don't buy anything on here with real money. They probably want you to, because you can, but I use my winnings monies to buy cars, whether it's the M money, the R money, or this gold money here. It'll buy you cars. Now there is 256 automobiles that you can buy from this garage here. Now these automobiles are high-end sports cars, like kind of race type, like, you know, something that they would race on the circuit. And then you have cars over here that are motorsports cars, and it says there's 155 of those available. Now the race cars they're all race. They're not street cars, and a lot of them fall into the, I want to say, the Indianapolis style of a car. So you can see the picture of them there. That's the kind of the style of cars that those are. Now I have 11 of those, and I have 82 of the regular automotive, more street version of a car. Okay, so you go in, and let's say we want to look at the dealership. Okay, so we go to the dealership. Now these are all the different kinds of cars that are available for purchasing. Okay, there's Acura. It starts from in the alphabetical. So there's 3 in the Acura, 3 in the Alfa Romeo, Apollo. Some of us have never heard of these kind of cars. Aston Martin. And it just keeps going on and on and on and on. You got really high-end cars. I'm sure a lot of us never heard of a Pagani, but there's some Paganis in there. Porsche. Everybody's heard of Porsche. You know, McLaren. However you say that. Koenigsegg. There's a car I never heard of. Lamborghini, Lancia, just very high-end kinds of cars. That Bugatti that almost nobody can afford. But you can buy them here in the game and make like they're, you know, like they're yours. They're only on the screen. They're not really yours. But then you are taxed with being able to try to afford the upgrades to making that car be afford the bill. Trying to be able to maintain the bill to make it to where it's competitive, because when you have a high-end car, and you're racing it, it's naturally going to be more expensive. Well, it's more expensive in the game too, so you're going to spend more money. So it's kind of like a little thing of teaching yourself budgeting of your racing. So that part's kind of strange in a way. I mean, it's a game. There's a little bit of a reality to the game. Okay, so you go in, you buy your car, and then you start racing your car in the series. So let's go back to getting into some racing here. So the road collection. Now this is all the different series, I guess you could say, of where you can race. Now in amateur, it's going to have the slower cars. So you can see in here, I'm not sure how much we can see that. So in this bottom one here, the Road Car International, it's got some slower cars in there. The Hyundai Volster Turbo, Nissan Silvia, Ford Focus RS. Now these aren't slow cars in the regular world, but they're in this game they're pretty slow cars. And it's gonna be when I say slow cars, when you're operating them on the game, you'll get used to running and driving it, and it'll seem really slow when you get into driving something faster. Okay, so then as you go up and you complete races in here, it starts opening up all these other races that you can do. Okay, now I've completed, I think, 100% of the amateur. Yeah, I did. Okay, so there's pro amateur, there's pro, expert, master, elite, Legend, and Exclusive. Okay, now that's in the regular automotive racing part of the game. Now, say when you go into this series of Legend here, these are all these different racing series here. So if you go into this one here, the Supercar Elites, there's all these different races down here. You got to complete all these races in here and win to be able to complete this series, or this small part of this series, I guess you could say. Okay, so that's a lot of racing. Now when you go into the race, okay, then it comes up with all these cars that you can race. So now here's the stats of this particular car that we're looking at right here. So it gives you the speed. Now this is the speed, this is the stats of the car after you've done modifications to it. Now it says right here I've done 15 modifications out of 24 available. Okay, so, and the modifications change each one of these stats. Okay, so your top speed, your acceleration, your stopping, and your traction. That's the way I'm reading it. One of them might be G-force. I can't remember. Okay, so then this is another car that I own. There's its stats. There's another one, and there's another one. So I guess I own all of those in this particular series here. It's important if you're wanting to complete the series, you have to own all the cars. Okay, so yeah, and then I completed that one there. So that was why I needed to own all those cars there. So each time you complete a series, it opens up more racing here available. See, you can see this one here is still locked. It's probably because it says I need to complete, I need 35 more trophies to unlock this. Sometimes you need cars too, other than just trophies. Like I don't own some of these cars here. In fact, I only won't own one out of all these cars being raced here. So let's see. Yeah, I haven't done enough racing in this particular Legend series, I guess you could say. Mostly because the cars are more expensive, requires, I would keep saying expense, but I want you to know that I don't spend any money on this game. This app has been free. I don't spend any of Amazon money or anything. Only money I spend is the money that I earn here. All that you can call it money, or you can call it points, whatever you want to call it. But this is what I spend up here. Okay, sometimes I will win a car through a lot of racing. You're awarded a car if you win, but it's more difficult to do, and the car usually isn't as great as I want it to be. So what else can I tell you about the game? Well, so here's the Motorsports series, and these are the kind of cars that you race in the Motorsports series. So these are F1 cars, Formula E, which stands for electric cars. That's something I'm not really into, but I think I have one of those. No big deal. Oh, and they've just added NASCAR to this. So I haven't been playing the game anymore because it just takes up too much time. But they do updates every so often, and they've added in NASCAR. That's the cool thing about this game, is it's popular enough that the people, the programmers that are that are keeping this game and app going are constantly updating it, and it's a pretty good thing. I mean, I don't think I want to spend that much time on playing a game and sitting. It's not good for me. GT4, I have some of those cars. Those are really cool cars. They're fast. And in real life, it's the same situation. GT3s. So these are the motorsports cars. Like I said, I only own 11 of them. Okay, I want to get into how the game, how you work the game. So I'll try and do a little bit of playing the game just to show you. And let's see. Let's go into a race. I want to pick a car that's decently fast. Let's go into Master. We're going to go into this race right here. And we're going to go to, let's see, let's turn this Wi-Fi off. Let's go to, we'll do an autocross. It's pretty short. Okay, so these are, I think I don't own, there's one car I think I don't own in this. So these are cars that I've purchased in previous racing that I needed to have to be able to race. This is says right there what it is. 911 GTS. It's a cup car. These are the upgrades I've done. I've done almost all of them to this car. You can see there's 11 out of 15 done. This is an R8, Audi R8. Pretty fast cars. I've done all the upgrades to it. Now, I will say that when you do all the upgrades to the car, you're allowed in the options of most cars to be able to customize it if you want. This is a customized car that I have. You can go into the this to here and do options to the car of painting it and striping it how you want to do it. So that's what's allowed for you when you fully customize, when you fully upgrade the car, is that you're allowed to customize it and make it more your own. There's another car that I own, and this car here is the car that we're going to do the race on. Okay, so we're doing an autocross race. It's on the Porsche test track. I believe this track is in Germany. Whenever you start the race, if you look, it'll show you the track that you're racing. Sometimes they give names for the track, and they'll give the location. I want to say that I really like the part of the tracks. Keep it pretty realistic, the racing part of it, and driving the cars is somewhat realistic. I mean, as realistic as it can be on a game app. There's no feeling that you're gonna get. It's all in the illusion of seeing and hearing. That's the only illusion you're getting, that you are there. Okay, so we've selected the car because we're on it, and now we can select the race. So you're there, it's starting. So you want to grab the game like this, and you want to hold it like a steering wheel. These are the people that you're racing here, and it's I believe a time that you're trying to beat here in this. So this is my gas on my right, this is the brake on my left. So hold your foot on the gas, and we're going to drive through the course here. Okay, I think I got first place there, so that means I beat everybody else. Good, so I've gotten first place. Puts me up on the score, moves me further along in this series of this part of this series that I am in racing with these cars. Okay, so I can put retry if I didn't win, or we can watch a replay. So we're just gonna push continue and see the car is, when it's been fully upgraded, you get a durability bonus, they call it. Now if I was gonna have to service the car, you can see the button right there. That's gonna cost me some money there. That comes out of my earnings up here on the top. It says it's R dollars of $1,302 for servicing the car, which in reality is racing. That's what it's about. It's what it costs. So that part's kind of cool. If you're somebody that doesn't know a damn thing about cars and racing, it really costs. It's not a make-believe thing. It costs a lot of money. Yeah, so that'll move you further up in the game. Now we've got, you can see 80% there. We get 100% of this game completed, which you have to own all the cars here to complete that. But that's going to get you opened up more games that are locked. And it doesn't look like I have any locked. So, but that's the game, guys. Let's see. Like I said, I don't play it very much anymore. I'm at a level 115. Everybody starts at 0. You can go online and play people. You can play friends from Facebook. You can, I don't know, you play people from all over the place, whoever you want to play against, and make it more competitive that you're playing a real person. Because I believe in the game you're just playing at times to beat, by certain people that have, I don't know, times in the game. Their time gets in the game, and then you're beating times. So I hope that makes sense to everybody, but that's Real Racing 3. You want to check it out. It's a good game. It's worth playing, but I don't play it very little anymore. It's just it's not something I want to do. It takes up too much time. And it's just I don't know, it's all make-believe to me. But since COVID, I think that a lot of simulator racing and online gaming and stuff like that has become more and more popular. I know that a lot of race enthusiast people have used race simulators more than ever since this COVID thing, because I haven't been able to race. But anyways, I would like to do a YouTube video once a week, maybe on every Friday. I do have lots of content to video, and don't really have any excuses why I haven't been doing it. But we'll try and make it happen. You guys have a good one.